Let's talk about the role of ligaments a little bit. Okay, so what a ligament is going to be is obviously a structure, like we mentioned in the lecture, that's going to limit or check bone motion. Now, the big thing I want you to watch for with ligaments is if you understand where those ligaments attach. And one of the great tips of anatomy is that ligaments are named based on either what direction they've gone in, what they look like, or what bones they attach. Now, on the shoulder, we're pretty lucky because they're named for what bones they attach. So the blue tape here represents the coracohumeral ligament. It goes from my coracoid process to my humerus. This blue piece of tape represents the glenohumeral ligament. It goes from my glenoid to my humerus. The coracoacromial ligament, as we see, is located on the superior aspect of the shoulder joint. What its job is to limit inferior translation. And you can kind of see that. As I'm moving down, this gets tight. If I remove this, you'll really see it. So you can see how that gets tight when I pull my humerus downward. When I pull my humerus superiorly, it goes on slack. So inferior, down, and tight, superior, up, and slack. Now, I'm going to remove this just for simplicity. Our glenohumeral ligament is going to limit anterior, okay, so if I turn this sideways, we're looking at it from lateral view, anterior displacement. So you can see when my humerus moves anterior, my glenohumeral ligament is going to get tight. It's going to tighten, or it's not going to have any more give to it, would be a more accurate description. And it's going to limit the amount of anterior translation that we have in our humerus. So that's what the role of ligaments are. My suggestion is to get some bones out, or look at the pictures, or even you can take little pieces of rubber band and you can mimic, here's my glenoid, here's my humerus, I'm going to move it superior, what happens? I'm going to move it inferior, what happens? I'm going to move it anterior, what happens? And you can start to kind of imagine how those ligaments are going to check motion.